Alright, so it's Sunday morning here. About to go get a good chest and shoulder pump today at the shop. So, first of all, foremost, happy Labor Day to everyone who's watching this. Um, Things been going pretty well right now. Life's been getting to me. Got to work hard more than ever. Now after just seeing North Americans and seeing the guys there, I'm like, damn. Got to think. Are you worthy to be a contender to win? I'm at this point where it's like I don't want to just do a show just to do it. I got to be one who says I'm a contender to win this. I'm a contender to be a pro. That's kind of what I'm doing right now, and that's what I'm continuing to do in and day out. Sacrifices I've made. Saying no a lot. I know people take the word no as offensive, but you have to be like that. You have to say no when you don't feel like it. It may hurt family members, it may hurt people's feelings, but you care about results and what your end goal is. You have to say, forget about your feelings. I got to think about winning. I've always been like that. I've always been that competitive person. It's hard, especially with now these days and stuff, and what everyone's going through. We just have to make sacrifices and live with that, and we have to say, I have a better goal. I see something better ahead. And that's what I continue to live like. And, it does get to me sometimes, but sometimes I just let it like brush off. So gonna do some training today, gonna do, some posing. I'm probably gonna work with Justin, not this weekend, but probably the following weekend, to do some posing, because I just have to make sure I have something decent going on, because if I don't look good and if I don't present a good physique, I'm not going to reward it. I even just saw it just this past weekend. I was like, great physiques just don't know how to display it. And I'm going to make sure that I'm on point. Even with my music, I'm coordinating everything, doing thing right. So with that being said, let's head to the shop gym, and let's get this pump going. Nine, 10, 11. Holy shit. It's one of my favorites. Just to do that. Nine, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Fuck. One disadvantage I have is that I have longer arms. I have a 6-foot wingspan, so it's longer range. But as I've been training with coach now, I stopped wearing wrist wraps so I can have better forearms. But that's all genetic. On pull days I'll use like Cobra grips, Versa grips for like pulling things. But ever since I've been doing this for now half a year, it's just been nonstop. And I continue to do that. All right, we got one more. Here we go. Oh. 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that's my limit. Felt my shoulder tweaking. You know, it's a lot of work, you know. It's not easy to do this, you know, dieting, doing all that discipline. But I think about things for a greater purpose. I think of what's the end. When I do this, that's the reward at the end is what's the best part. I know it gets redundant, but fuck. It's one down, 2 more. You know, I've noticed that my delta got better. My shoulders used to be shit. It's not so much of an issue now versus now in the past. So we'll continue to do that. All right, here we go. Nine. One more. Then I got 1 more shoulders and 2 more tricep exercises. Four, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've been doing things lately differently, you know, trying to do less caffeine so I don't have much anxious, because you work almost 7 days a week, non-stop. It's hard. The sleep, the stress, the traffic, it gets to you. But you're eating right, you get adequate, you know, you can make this work. It's hard to do this. Nothing's easy. This journey is not going to be easy. I give myself 5 years on this. If I nothing accomplished in 5 years, I don't know. But I'm giving myself a good time range. I'm like, be realistic, you know, about this. Second set, and then we'll go up 5 more. Here we go. 1. 7. 10. 11. All right, one more. Oh shit, I can see. It's awesome. That's a great shoulder pump. That was a good warm up. Give myself a little rest. Then I'm going to number 2. I'm going to do more. I think my triceps are probably going to be my strongest point. Where's my biceps? They have longer. Not many people can do that Hadi Chupon thing, but or Phil Heath, Hadi. I think Hani coached us. I don't know. I like doing it, but you have to have the triceps for it. Gonna give myself a little break here. Gotta pick me a good song. Watch the Throne, I think, is a great album to get pumped to. I don't directly do forearms, but indirect training it with certain these movements really does help.